Hello everyone and welcome to this video on Agile Concepts. In this video, we are going to do a quick rundown of the most important Agile terms. This is not a verbose and a big video that goes into all and everything about Agile, but instead is a quick rundown. So what is Agile? Agile is a way of working on software and delivering software with fast value, responding to change, working in small iterative steps, and collaborating closely with your customers and teams. Simple, that's Agile. Now let's take a look at few concepts in Agile which are extremely helpful when delivering digital products, especially. The first thing is iterative development. Now, if the work is done in small chunks, which are called as iterations or sprints, so that feedback can be gathered early and frequently. So that's called as iterative development, where you go in cycles and small chunks of sprints or iterations. Now, what is exactly a sprint? It's usually a time boxed period. So when you say 1 or 2 weeks where the team can work on some defined tasks, that is usually what is called as a sprint. So that's the second main concept. The third one is user stories. Now let's break this down because this is one of the most crucial concepts. It's like a simple description of what features a user would like to have. Every app or a product has users and they have certain requirements and expectations. So how do we capture those? So there's a framework called user stories, and this is the feature told from a user's perspective. So please keep that in mind. So the framework goes like this. As a user, I want a feature so that I receive a certain benefit. You'll see on your screen the framework pop up. As a user, I want a feature so that I get X or Y or Z benefit. That's it. And that helps us always be aligned with our users and the consumers of the app or any product that we are building. The fourth main concept is that of a backlog. Now, once you have these user stories and tasks kind of built out, you'll usually have a lot of them. So that accumulation of a prioritized list of work items, which is generally user stories or tasks or bugs that the team can pull during sprints, is what is called as a backlog. The next one is a daily stand up. This is a controversial one. Some teams are highly adherent to it, who like to use it every day. And my personal opinion, I don't think they're needed every day, but it's a way of having daily accountability. So, daily stand up is generally a short daily meeting. Usually, it's done at the start of the day, which is usually 15 minutes, where members answer the following questions. And those questions are: what did I do yesterday? What will I do today? And are there any blockers? This helps everyone be accountable for each day, as well as tell the rest of the team what they are exactly working on to avoid any duplications. But most importantly, when we uh, tell about any blockers that we are facing, that helps the rest of the team know that there might be an issue that you're having and people can come and help you. So that's the daily stand up. Now, there are a few things related to Scrum roles. So the sixth concept is the roles during this agile process. Generally, every organization follows it in a slightly different manner, but this is a general one. So there are three: product owner, scrum master, and the development team. Let's go again. Product owner is the one who owns the product vision and the backlog. We just discussed about backlog. Scrum Master is the one who helps the team follow these agile principles. Now, there's a debate whether the role of the Scrum Master is extremely useful or not. A lot of teams find that helpful. There are a few teams who do not find. So it's left up to the team's discretion to adhere to these roles and use what they feel fits their team and workflow the best. The last thing is the development team. Those are typically your engineers or design or testers who actually do the work. So those are the three key roles in agile development. Now let's take a look at a few more, which is one that is velocity. So number seventh is velocity. Velocity is the amount of work a team can complete in a sprint. We talked about sprint just a little bit earlier, where it's a time block. So within that 1 or 2 week period, how much amount of work a team can complete. It is used to predict future work capacity. Now, connected to velocity is the eighth concept, which is that of story points. Now, story points are generally used to describe the amount of work, to quantify it. Not all tasks that you create are equal. Some tasks might take longer and the scope is bigger. So it's a way to quantify the amount. There are several ways of generating story points. Some teams use t-shirt sizes. So whether a task is a small, a medium, large, or an XL or a double XL, that's a way. Some teams prefer to use the Fibonacci series, where you go in like 1, 3, 5 increments and assign task values based on that. There are several ways to generate story points. Again, the one that fits their team and what you're comfortable with is generally what people go in. But the idea remains the same. How do you quantify it? And how do you distinguish tasks in terms of their scope? So that's a little bit about story points. Now we have three more concepts to go over. So the ninth one is a definition of done. This one is my favorite because this creates a shared understanding when a story or a task is truly complete. Whenever you start, there needs to be a clear definition of done. For example, when you are getting your assignments, the completion of all the questions is the definition of done. So let's say you have three questions in an assignment. So the completion of all those three is the definition of done. So that's DOD, definition of done, a shared understanding of when a task is truly complete. Two more. The 10th one is a retrospective. Now, a retrospective, as the word suggests, is a chance for you to reflect after every sprint. A meeting at the end of each sprint to discuss what went well, what did go so well, and what we can improve. This way, you're constantly taking feedback and learning from yourself of how you can improve your process. So, having a retrospective after every sprint is a best practice that I recommend everyone following. The last piece, which is more of a philosophy that kind of encapsulate everything, is that of continuous improvement. Agile is never done. Teams regularly adjust the processes to get better and faster. So those are your 10 concepts and plus one, which is your overall philosophy. I hope this was helpful. The last piece of advice that I may give is all the concepts that you learn are subject to your own personal experience and how it works for you and your team. Just because someone says agile is great or you should do this, one should not follow it blindly. See what works for your team. If daily stand ups are helping you be accountable, then go for it every day. But if your team is feeling like they are okay with just having it every other day, or they don't need a meeting every morning and it's not helping them, uh, then have some relaxation around that. So you choose what best suits for your needs. And that is the true essence of the word agile, where you are agile to use what works and discard what doesn't. So thank you.